Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, and host of the podcast, Vocal Arts with Peter Barber. Today we are returning to one of my favorite singers and artists, Gigi Lana, with her band Gigi Vibes, and this is her performance of Fly Me to the Moon, originally by Frank Sinatra. It also says Squid Game OST here as well, so are they also going to do the Squid Game theme? Very interested to see what's up with that, or if they mash it up, or how they do it. I've done a couple videos for Gigi in the past. Really one of my favorite singers in the world. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her take on this absolutely iconic piece by Frank. This is a reaction and analysis, so I will be watching for the first time, but I will be pausing frequently to talk primarily about vocal technique, and most definitely in this case, differences and similarities between the original song and this cover. So get ready for that. Please do like, subscribe, comment, leave a comment for the algorithm. That actually is super helpful. Hit the bell for notifications. And if I am enhancing your listening experience, if I'm adding value to your musical experience, which is my number one goal here on the channel, please do consider joining my Patreon family for as little as $3 a month. That is all. Let's get into it. Yep. Still have a huge crush on her. 100%. Okay. Whoa. Not like any Fly Me to the Moon I've heard before.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Oh my God, she is just phenomenal. So this is really cool. I love... Let me just actually back it up. I want to hear a little bit more of this intro. I'm just going to back it up at the beginning. So, like, heavy instrument, like, just so different from the original is what I'm trying to say, really. Like, the instrumentation is different. The groove is different. The rhythmic structure is different. You would never think this is Fly Me to the Moon if you didn't see it in the title. Chords are different. Like, what? Nothing like the original. I love this band.
Fly me to the moon.
And then they get into the groove. God, she just has a beautiful, easy voice. And even when she's not even trying, even when she's not even belting, very efficient use of the vocal folds, meaning not much air is escaping. It's a very clear tone, you know? She can actually introduce grit in there if she wants, but, you know, singing something like Frank, well, forget it. We'll see what they do. This is a very creative group. She's a very creative artist. But just a very clean, pure tone. And something that she does with the text. So Frank, it's a little more structured, even though Frank was great at using something called rubato, which is like stretching and compressing the tempo to kind of fit your mood. And, you know, not necessarily landing a word right on the beat, but having it a little bit off. There's a little swing to it. There's a little syncopation to it. So, but Frank's was, fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Like, very structured in that way, whereas Gigi is really relaxing how she actually delivers the text.
Fly me to the moon.
So she has one, fly me to the moon, instead of fly me to the moon. So she's really just giving herself the artistic freedom to stretch and compress this poetry as needed.
And let me play among the
I
stars.
like how she attacks the word play and then pulls way off of it. Let me play, then pulls way off it. So we get like a huge dynamic contrast just in that one word.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
She allows the breathiness to come in when needed. She allows the voice to be efficient when needed. She comes in and out of a very natural and beautiful vibrato, a well-supported vibrato. When needed, she sings absolutely fucking perfectly in tune. Just an absolute all-star singer, guys. Like, this is world-class talent. World-class talent.
Like on Jupiter
And Mars.
in other words, hold my hand.
Oh, hold my hand, hold. Like, just putting a little her own creative spin on absolutely everything. I love how she doesn't get bogged down by the L in hold. When singing in English, the L has a tendency to go way back in the voice, at least for native English speakers. But she keeps it. She almost doesn't. She almost omits the L entirely to keep the sound more forward and to keep it flowing.
In other words, hold my hand.
Almost says hold, like there's not even an L in there.
No.
She's actually very gentle in the consonants overall. She's not really. That is a technique you can use to rev up intensity. So we'll see if there's more consonant use later. But for right now, it's all legato line. It's all tone. It's all voice.
In other words, yeah. Baby, kiss me.
Unreal.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore.
Also, like, it's not like the whole band is stretching and compressing. It's just they're doing great work as the band by keeping everything very consistent, same rhythm, same tempo, all this stuff. She's the one creating her own destiny with it, really stretching and compressing. So it's fitting within the construct that the band is creating, but she's giving herself an immense amount of freedom within that construct. As long as she gets to the next set of words with the melody as the chord progression goes onward, she's good. And in a song like this, where you've got these long phrases, flying me to the moon, let me play among the stars. You do have a lot of freedom in there to explore. And Gigi's wonderful at that. She's wonderful at everything. I love her. What?
Me sing forevermore.
A4. Yeah, A4. So a little bit below tenor high C. Not even close to the top of her belt range, of course.
You are all I long for.
Wow.
All I worship
Guys, she's obviously
and adore.
talking to me.
In other
Worship. I like how she fell off the word adore. Worship. Door.
worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words,
Oh, up to high B, and then a.
please be true. In other
Up to tenor high C for a second on that high note there. Perfectly controlled. Oh, yeah, give me that solo. Mm-hmm. Ooh! Going to that triplet. Yes, sir. Dude, the musicianship in this band is absolutely insane. It's grooving. Constant stank face. Looks like she almost came back in. I'm still not good enough as a guitarist to comment on the guitar, but I am getting better. Again, I got to bring my buddy George. I got to convince him to sell his soul to me and come join me on guitar reaction so I can do a video like this and just like pass the baton to him. George, who I've mentioned many times before, one of my best friends from childhood. And now he's 30, I'm almost 30. We have a long 27-year friendship, something like that. And he is truly one of the great up-and-coming guitarists in Nashville. Really excellent guitar player. And I need to get him on here to talk about guitar because I am a complete beginner. Although we're doing this cabaret performance this summer, and I get to sing Folsom Prison Blues, which is cool because it's like we're doing totally non-operatic music. And I get to play acoustic guitar for Gypsy by Stevie Nicks. So I am actually making my second guitar performance debut despite being an absolute beginner. Very exciting stuff. And you've got to think vocalisms like that, very likely unplanned, very likely just what Gigi is feeling in the moment to add or to express whatever emotion she's associating with this moment in this music. People who are really good at riffing and ad-libbing genuinely don't need to plan. They might plan when they might add something, but what they actually do, often unplanned. So like there were a number of guys in my undergrad a cappella group who were, really, really talented singers and who were really exceptionally good at riffing, which is kind of what Gigi was just doing. And when they do their solos, like their riffs would just change every time because they would just know kind of when they had freedom to explore, and they would just riff off the top of their head, not thinking about it, and it would be like perfect, accurate, amazing riffing most of the time. So if you're really good at that, if that's a skill in your toolbox, you really can just pull it out like I think Gigi just did, where she's like, I'm feeling this right now, and she just does a little riff off the top of her head, off the dome. And you can feel it's genuine, you know? Let me play among the stars. Really, so repeating text, changing the melody, changing the rhythm, changing fucking everything, dude. Awesome. Let me play among the stars. I wanna see what spring is like on Jupiter. That's so good. So like extending vowels, eliding between certain words. I genuinely don't know how much of any of this is planned. Really, it sounds so organic and natural, which is like really what you want in any performance, even if it's very well rehearsed. You want it to feel like you're coming up with this music on the spot. That's like, we have an amazing director for this cabaret we're doing named James Dara. I should really get him on the channel to talk to, actually. And that's a big message he's trying to give us, is the cabaret's kind of set in like Laurel Canyon 1970s in a living room. And he really is trying to get us to make it seem like everything's just happening spontaneously. Like it's just a group of people who are together, and then someone has a song they want to sing. And then, we go out for margaritas, and then like we go see Star Wars, and we come back, and it's like this whole thing. But the whole goal is for it to feel organic and natural, even though we've been rehearsing it for 6 hours a day for 2 weeks. And that's what you want to get out of a performance. So I don't know how much of this is planned, what Gigi's doing. It's obviously well rehearsed. But as far as these little ad-libs she's doing, and like how much the changing of the text and the rhythms, how much of that's planned, or how much of it's like she's got the structure and she's, kind of exploring within that structure. Hard to say, because it looks so natural and organic.
See what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Another little tasteful riff just to connect those two phrases.
Hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss my face.
Up to high C again, and just like so much control and just amazing vocal fold closure. This is all compressed, all the audio you're hearing, so you can't tell the difference in volume between her really soft, breathy singing and her high belting, but true volume, that like belt she just did, is so much louder than like the soft stuff she started with. Holy tongue twist. Soft stuff she started with. Soft stuff she started with. Try that one 5 times fast. But you can't tell in this performance because the audio is, at the end of the day, they're doing this all live, but at the end they've done, there is audio engineering happening on the back end. And so her vocals sound like volume-wise just the same, when really true volume, no microphone, no amplification. This belty stuff high in her chest range is way, way, way louder than the soft, intimate stuff. As she goes, kiss me. She goes, kiss me. Instead of kiss me, it's kiss me. And then kiss me. And then she opens up into an ah. Love it. Oh, put a little grit. It's like her, I don't know. It's so accurate. It's like she's got like a little piano in there that she's like perfectly like that's how accurate all the pitches are. It's amazing. The vocal controls, absolutely absurd. God. Up to the high D, D5 above tenor high C, full chest voice, amazing. High D, like what the hell? I know this is not even as high as she can go, and it's not as high as some other singers on the channel have gone, but she's making it look so easy. I just can't even. She's so good. She's ridiculously good, and her talent is not as obvious to maybe the untrained ear as like a Dimash, where it's just like freakish vocal range, sings operatically, sings jazz. Like Dimash is like kind of he's like the most obvious freakishly talented world-class singer, but like Gigi's talent is that when she actually does show off the vocal fireworks, but it's also just the nuance and the care and the artistry that she puts in even the most simple phrases that once you've heard thousands and thousands of singers like I have, so quickly separates her from the field. It's just remarkable. Up to E5. Perfect chest connection. Now we're getting a little scatting. I have got to send this person to my dear friend Veronica Swift, who's also one of the best freaking vocalists in the world. Mainly does jazz, but moving into a lot of trans genre stuff, like rock. She performed at the Hollywood Bowl. She's amazing. Gigi reminds me a lot of her. I need to find a way to connect them. That collaboration would freaking, I don't even know, set the world on fire in the best way. This is all very likely improvised, as is customary for scatting. Unplanned. Why it's called scatting. It is making it up on the spot, and I wager that's what's happening here. Just A. So she probably has a few notes below that, but it does sound pretty close to the bottom of her range. I'm actually obsessed.
Fly me to the moon.
Carries the chest voice up and then lightens it up all the way up to a high B. Can't even tell if she switches registers. It sounds like she ends in head voice because it's tough to do a really pianissimo high chest voice high B. Oh my god. Absolutely obsessed. Oh, guys, okay. If you like this analysis, what has just popped up here is Through the Fire and Piano in the Dark. I did like almost an hour long breakdown of that whole thing. Go check it out if you enjoy this. I also did her cover of Unholy by Sam Smith. Good Lord, if you like this, please recommend it, encourage it, comment on it, make these videos popular because I would do much more coverage. Would love to do much more coverage of Gigi, Lana, and Gigi Vibes, which is John, L.A., Jake, and Romeo. I don't know if Squid Game actually... I don't remember the theme terribly well. I don't know if it made its way in here or why that's in the title. Comment below. Anything else you guys want me to analyze and react to? Any more Gigi content? Gigi, I've said it before. Call me. Just call me. I did reach out to Gigi's manager about seeing if she wants to have a chat for the channel. I will continue trying to get her on. I think it'd be really cool. We could have a good conversation. My immense crush for her aside, I think we could have a very cool conversation about music. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something about this amazing singer. Hope you gained appreciation. If you did, please consider joining my Patreon family for as little as $3 a month. So resist buying one coffee out every month and just Keurig it or something, and then you can be in my Patreon family. How much cooler is that than one coffee? Okay, love you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.